My name is Natasha Chachwong and my partner's name is Cedric Chachwong. And the location that we bought is Manchester City Centre. It was an existing business where it already had the clients and the team in place. I've never had any experience in the cleaning industry, let alone owning a business. So it was all new to me and my husband. So it's been a learning curve. They've helped in terms of taking on the team, understanding the HR side of it, the payroll side of it, the contract, the basics of setting up a business bank account, setting up a limited company, what car we needed, letting us know who we could contact in terms of oven cleans and carpet cleaners, side contractors. If we've needed staff, they've sent us people with potential that suit the role. My husband and I, we have other jobs, and at the minute I currently work part-time as a financial accountant. Eventually I am going to quit and purely focus on the cleaning business. I think with me having the accountancy background, but not having the knowledge of payroll or HR or health and safety and compliance and all that kind of stuff, it was nice to be able to know that if I had a question, I could always fall back to business is ramping up more than I'd anticipated it to be in the first 6 weeks of us actually being there, launching and getting things running. I had a massive client list, and at the start I only had 2 cleaners, but then as grown and as the business has grown, I've been able to employ 2 other cleaners as well, given them a timetable that suits them, and each team has their own routine of how they do things and how things are done throughout the week. I'm now also in the process at the minute of recruiting another team as well. And that's just purely because with having Kingsmaid head office guide how to get things rolling, I've found that I've had a lot more inquiry than I had anticipated. Therefore, having to get the second team because the original team, they can't do the hours that is required of them. So getting the second team and now looking at getting a third team because there's only so much that the second team can do. There is a need for cleaning. I personally have have a cleaner come to my house once a week. And that's just purely because if you're a busy person, like the way my husband and I are, and we have a family, life gets on top of you. And the last thing you want to do is clean. So it's nice to know that on a Friday, for example, you've got your cleaner that's coming in, going to do all the cleaning for you. You come back from work and you just find your place spotless. I know that in this day and age, it also helps people who may be struggling mentally as well. So knowing that they've got that cleaner coming in once a week to be able to do a clean for them, they really are appreciative of that. I've got one customer who I know when she first took us on, it was as a one-off clean, but she literally called us the following Monday and said, please, can I have it as a regular clean? Because I've realized that it helps with my mental health, just knowing that my flat is clean, my dishes are washed, everything's been put away, my bathroom's been cleaned, my bed's been made, my kitchen's been cleaned, my flooring's been done, windows wiped down. And she just said, just knowing that she doesn't have to deal with it on a daily basis and that it's done once a week, it really takes off the anxiety for her, that she's able to focus on other things that she likes to do. Like she said to me the other day that she actually likes going out for a walk. So when we come in on a Thursday to do her clean, she's normally left her apartment. She goes out for a walk for an hour. She comes back and she finds it spotless and she's able to focus as well on her job. I think I'm pretty lucky because it's happened maybe 3 times to me so far, where it's just been a customer ring up, say that they're in desperate need for somebody to come and clean their house for them. The cleaners have come in, done the job for them, done a proper deep clean for them. They've had a week without the cleaner and they've gone, actually, I need a bit of help. So some of them have it twice a week. Some of them have it once a month, or like the other client that I mentioned has it once every week. The cleaner that I have, for example, it's not a Kingsmaid one because Kingsmaid is not in the catchment area where I live. Compared to that, it's of a greater standard. In a sense, you have 2 people coming in to do a clean for you. So if you wanted the cleaners to come in for 2 hours, we would then propose a 4-hour clean and give you a proper 2 hours for your clean that you've got. And essentially that means it gives the girls enough time to be able to do everything that is required as a client wants. One could be cleaning the kitchen and properly deep cleaning the kitchen, putting all the dishes in the dishwasher, putting them all away for you if required. While the other one is doing the bathrooms, proper deep cleaning the bathrooms, removing any marks or anything like that are left in the bathroom. And therefore doing like the skirting boards, the dusting of the light, the cleaning down the handles, cleaning down doors if there's markings on the doors, things that you would not necessarily think about. Whereas, for example, the cleaner that comes to clean, she just does my wet rooms and that's about it. Whereas with Kingsmaid, they do everything. If you require ironing is there, your bed is made, your bed is changed. Literally, you walk in and it's like paradise for you because literally it's spotless clean, basically, because you've got two people doing two different jobs within the space that you have asked for. And because of that, I find that the clients that we have, premium clients, and they're also appreciative of the work that the girls put in. And since having the team that I've not had one customer complain to me. I've had absolute praise about what the girls have done. Just being really appreciative, picking things that they as a customer would have never be able to clean, like the top of the cupboards, or if it's an end of tenancy, cleaning the fridge. It's just the little nitty gritty things that you as a customer would never really think of. But we as Kingsmaid and the cleaning standard, we think of that every little bit for you. So then therefore, when you come in, you absolutely see the change. That's why I've been successful so far with having the one-off cleans initially to then having them as repeat customers because they've appreciated the quality and the standard of the clean that the girls have been doing. When we take on clients, we absolutely advise them that we do not use bleach. All our cleaning products are eco-friendly. And I think that's a big selling point to Kingsmaid. What I've found is a lot of the clients, when they're in the property and we've used the Kingsmaid cleaning products, they're like, oh, I love the smell of that. Oh, I like the smell of this. It's not a strong smell like bleach, for example. It sticks on for quite a long period of time. It's just a very subtle smell, but it tells the customer and even the cleaners, do you know what? We're using good products because also the cleaners are inhaling these chemicals. So therefore, we also think that Kingsmaid is also thinking about their health in the long run. So I quite appreciate that as a whole. And I'm glad that they have their own products and we're not having to source out different companies to have eco-friendly products for the cleans. So the 2 new recruits that I've recruited, they've all undergone training with the current cleaners. I myself have had training with the head cleaner, just so that if I have to cover for anything, I can go and actually do it to the standard of Kingsmaid. If the head cleaner isn't able to train any of the new recruits, I'm able to do that as well and show them that this is a Kingsmaid way of how we clean property. It's not a lot of management. That's why it's helped me personally to be able to still carry on doing my job at the minute. The thing that I tend to do is on a Monday, I look at the next 2 following weeks' jobs to see what jobs we have. I then split it between my team 1 and my team 2. And I know what my team 2 can and cannot do. So I prioritize team 1, give them the jobs that they can do. And if they've gone over a certain amount of hours, I then give it over to my team 2 because I'm really on top of it and I keep organized with the routes and the timetable. If there's any change that needs to happen, my cleaners will let me know at least 2 weeks or a week in advance that I can then change it. And then I inform the client. My first goal was to take it from $5,000 to $6,000, but I've completely smashed that within the first month of having the actual business and knowing what we're doing. My now next goal is to try and see if I can increase the sales to £10,000 a month, which I know is doable. which then again adds my issues of finding cleaners, another team to be able to take on the workload that we're going to start getting. I wasn't sure what to expect. I just took it on and rolled with it. And it brought like a fire in me again to be able to have something of my own, to grow it and then see what happens. I've taken it on. I've got all these different hats that I'm wearing, but I've somehow grown the business and looking to continue to grow. It's a massive scope. With it being Manchester City Centre, people are always looking for cleaners, whether it be a one-off or a regular clean or a end of tenancy clean. The work is there. The work is absolutely there. We've recently taken on a customer who has 4 Airbnbs in Manchester City Centre. So that's going to be, again, absolutely manic for the girls to be able to do. And he's also recommended my services to friends of his who also have their own whole holiday lets within Manchester City Centre. If somebody wanted their own business, then yeah, absolutely go for it. The work is there. It's there. Sometimes I have to beg the girls and go, please just work this, just do an extra 2 hours. And they will do it. But it's just about finding the right balance for them to make sure that 1, they're not overworked, and 2, they're working the hours that they wanted to work, as well as meeting the demand from the customers as well.